Nice to have you along. I'm meteorologist Jaclyn Whittal. Isn't that a fascinating story about Fenway Park in Boston? I was visiting there this summer. They're putting a black layer of sand over top of the snow to melt it because black has what we call a higher albedo. So that means that the snow will melt that, the sun will melt that snow underneath that black sand quicker. So it's just a brilliant idea. So here's the thing. Here's another brilliant idea. Don't put your coats away yet. It's going to be cold into the long range forecast. Not so much right now. The wild, wild west, freezing rain warnings. We'll talk about that. And a weekend storm brings 20 to 30 centimeters potentially. Oh, it all has to do with track, though. We'll talk about why and why that accumulation could vary. Let's show you our cloud tops this morning. This is our infrared satellite. Shows us our tallest clouds in the atmosphere. Take a look at this storm spinning away. You can almost see, it almost looks like a shell, Tyler Hamilton, one of our meteorologists called it today. It's like it's wrapped up. It's what we call occluded. And then we're watching some new clouds along a warm front moving through the prairies, freezing rain potential with that. Energy through the Four Corners states and a Gulf low that's developing. So let's go to the East Coast where blowing snow advisories are still in place. Some wind warnings that have been in place have been lifted. That's good news. Freezing rain warnings out in the prairies. And that's from Grand Prairie through High Prairie and then east of Edmonton. So that's a boundary and also a snowfall warning in BC. Blizzard warning, it's just tiny. It almost looks like the red dot there near Clyde River, way up in the north in Nunavut. So blizzard warning, that's about the only real heavy winter weather that we still have going on. We do have some snow here in the forecast, but most of this concern is this freezing rain line here. So Slave Lake, north of Edmonton, be careful out there. But you can see not a lot in the way of snow. Less than 2 centimeters through Collins Bay, 2 to 5. So just a dusting. We'll talk more about this top story throughout the day. 10 to 20 centimeters through Timmins, you can see along a boundary, a warm front. South of the warm front, notice where the warmer air is mixing in. 10 millimeters of rain, 5 millimeters of rain for you in Thunder Bay. If we take you to the East Coast, 2 to 5 centimeters on the western shores of Newfoundland still. This is a departing low, and this one really brought in some strong winds. It's going to continue to do that today for the typical areas like Wreck House and down through St. John's and Cape Race. Just a trace of snow. Friday into Sunday, the low temperature forecast for St. John's. Oh, another blast of winter weather, folks. Minus 16 for Friday, tomorrow. Minus 17 for Saturday and minus 16 for Sunday. And of course, all of that is before the wind chill. So very chilly. Make sure you don't put away that winter coat. Bundle up out there. And of course, we'll be back with much more. Well done, Austin. That was awesome. And maybe, we have a new meteorologist in the making there. Thanks, Deb, for that great report. It's Share Your Weather time. This is the time where you tweet your photos or videos at me at JWhittalTWN. And then if I select yours, then you get a personalized forecast right in your own backyard. So I ask the question as we get into spring, do you prefer a good spring thunderstorm or do you like a winter snowstorm? I think we probably mostly know the answer to that. Muskoka, Ontario, this is Andrew Isaac. He says, I prefer the calm, sunny, mild days myself, but do get interested in a good storm. Thank you, Andrew. Cody Crease from LaSalle, Ontario says thunderstorms are his favorite. He can chase them and he captures pretty amazing shelf clouds and lightning strikes. Thanks, Cody, for that. And then Jackie says summer thunderstorms for sure. And then finally, we have Jeff Taylor from Toronto. He sends this, Share Your Weather. He also hashtags it personalized weather forecast this past summer in Toronto. So you can tell exactly what Jeff prefers. Lightning bolts, beautiful cumulonimbus clouds. So thank you for that gorgeous shot. And for Jeff, here's your personalized forecast. He lives in Toronto. So this afternoon, we're going to be looking we're going to be looking at a daytime high of about 5 degrees. I'm sorry, we've got the wrong graphic there. But for Toronto, we're looking at partly cloudy skies for about 5 or 6 degrees. Say it's going to be gorgeous. So, Jeff, enjoy every minute of it. But good morning to you. I'm Jaclyn Whittal, and we'll get you into your forecast momentarily. But let's talk about our afternoon highs because it is gorgeous. We'll talk about where the precip is, but I'll tell you, you can enjoy this weather. Calgary, you've been up around 14, 15 degrees for many days. Vancouver at 13, but you've been, a little on the rainy side. Temperatures right across the whole country. 7 for Winnipeg, -4 for Montreal, -6 for St. John's, and a -3 for Ottawa. So relatively cooler in the east. There's your rainfall forecast today. Less less than 15 millimeters, generally speaking, through the southern shores of Vancouver Island and Metro Van itself. Squamish a little more. Then we look over the Rocky Mountains into Alberta, where we see a freezing line or a mixing line just north of Edmonton. So the potential for some freezing rain this morning. We do have freezing rain warnings. We have had them throughout this morning. Fort McMurray, high level up toward the north. It's all snow, and it's not really a lot of it. 2 to 5 centimeters, 2 to 5 centimeters through Norway House and Thompson as well. To encourage the sun to do its job, and that's melt. But black has what we call higher albedo, so it's going to take in that sunlight more intensely than, say, white, the color of snow. So it'll help melt it quicker. I find that fascinating. 10 to 20 centimeters of snow up through Timmins, 5 to 10 up through Geraldton. There's another warm front. Can you tell? North of the warm front, snow. South of it, you got it. Rain. 5 millimeters through Thunder Bay. Sault Ste. Marie, same deal for you. East Coast, you're definitely drying out. Just a trace for you in Halifax today. 2 to 5 centimeters for the western shores. On your Wednesday, yeah, that happens this time of year. You get warm air advecting, and it was, 8 degrees yesterday over a lot of snowpack. Speaking of snow, we're watching this system next. This one might bring as much as 30 centimeters to some of the Maritimes, or it might miss you altogether. We'll keep a close eye on it.